Hey there, welcome to Black X Wolf Entertainment, your ultimate destination for the best storytelling, cutting-edge tech insights and savvy finance tips. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe to Black X Wolf Entertainment. Join us as we explore the realms of innovation and captivating stories together. The forest knew him as Shadow, a name whispered among the trees and echoed in the rustling leaves. A magnificent black wolf, his coat the colour of midnight, eyes like burning embers that seemed to hold the secrets of the night. His presence was both awe-inspiring and intimidating, a true embodiment of nature's raw power. He moved with a quiet grace, his every step a testament to his strength and authority. Each movement was deliberate, a dance of power and elegance that left no doubt of his dominance. As alpha of his pack, his was the burden of responsibility, the weight of his pack's survival resting heavily on his broad shoulders. Every decision he made, every path he chose, was for the well-being of his family. Yet, beneath the imposing exterior, a deep loneliness had taken root. The mantle of leadership, while noble, came with a price that few could understand. Leadership, he discovered, was a solitary path. It demanded sacrifices, often at the expense of personal connections and simple joys. The weight of decisions, the constant vigilance, it all formed an invisible barrier, separating him from the carefree camaraderie of the pack. He was always on guard, always thinking ahead, always protecting. He watched his packmates, their playful interactions, their shared laughter echoing through the trees. They were free in ways he could no longer be, their spirits unburdened by the heavy crown he wore. A pang of longing resonated within him, a yearning for connection that leadership seemed to forbid. He missed the days when he was just another wolf, part of the pack, not set apart by duty. The forest, once his sanctuary, now mirrored his solitude. The trees that once offered comfort now seemed to close in, a silent reminder of his isolation. The rustling leaves whispered tales of loneliness, the babbling brook a constant reminder of his isolation. Nature's symphony, once a source of peace, now echoed his inner turmoil. Every howl that pierced the night, every bird song that greeted the dawn, only served to amplify the silence within him. The sounds of the forest, once a chorus of life, now underscored his solitude. He was Alpha, their protector, their leader, yet he had never felt so utterly alone. The weight of the world rested on his shoulders, and in the quiet moments, he wondered if anyone truly saw the wolf beneath the title. One crisp morning, the scent of pine heavy in the air, Shadow caught a whimper carried on the wind. It was a sound of pain, of vulnerability, and it stirred something deep within him. Abandoning his usual hunting route, he followed the sound, his senses alert. Deep in the heart of the forest, hidden amongst a tangle of roots, lay a sight that stole his breath away. A wolf, its coat as white as the first snow, lay injured. A crude trap, meant for smaller game, had snagged her leg, the metal teeth biting deep into her flesh. She was conscious, her silver eyes wide with pain and fear, but she made no sound as he approached. There was a quiet dignity in her pain, a resilience that resonated with him. He moved slowly, cautiously, his own loneliness momentarily forgotten as he assessed her injuries. The trap was primitive, but the damage was significant. The scent of blood, usually a trigger for his predatory instincts, now ignited a different kind of urgency. He had to help her. Her name was Luna, and she was unlike any creature he had ever encountered. She moved with a grace that seemed almost ethereal. Her coat, the colour of moonlight, seemed to shimmer even in the dappled sunlight of the forest floor. Her eyes, the colour of melted silver, held an intelligence and a depth that captivated him. He had expected fear, but she met his gaze with a calm defiance, a silent challenge that intrigued him. He worked quickly, his powerful jaws carefully prying open the metal jaws of the trap. Luna whimpered, her body trembling with pain, but she didn't struggle. Her trust in him was implicit. Her gaze never left his, a silent dialogue passing between them, a language that transcended words. He could sense her fear, her pain, but also a glimmer of hope, a spark of trust that she dared to offer him. With the trap removed, he gently examined her leg. His touch was careful, almost tender. The wound was deep, but the bone seemed intact. It was a relief, but he knew the road to recovery would be long. He knew the forest held the remedies she needed. The plants and herbs were nature's pharmacy. Gently, he nudged her with his nose, urging her to follow him. To his surprise, she did, her movements slow and cautious, but her gaze never leaving his. In that moment, a bond began to form, woven from shared vulnerability and a nascent trust. As days melted into weeks, Shadow found himself drawn to Luna's quiet strength. Her resilience and calm demeanor were like a beacon in the dense forest of his mind. He would bring her fresh kill, sharing his bounty with a generosity he hadn't realized he possessed. Each offering was more than just food. It was a gesture of trust. She, in turn, shared with him her stories, her voice a soothing balm to his loneliness. Her tales painted vivid pictures in his mind. She spoke of her family, of her life before she found herself alone in his forest. Each word was a thread, weaving a tapestry of her past. They explored the hidden trails together, Luna's limp slowly fading. The forest became a canvas for their shared adventures. They swam in the cool, clear waters of the forest streams, the sunlight painting their contrasting coats in shimmering patterns. He learned of her dreams, of her longing for a place to belong, a longing that mirrored his own. He shared with her the burdens of leadership, the weight of responsibility that he carried. His words were heavy with the struggles of guiding his pack. Luna listened with a quiet empathy he hadn't expected. Her eyes, deep and understanding, spoke of a wisdom born from her own trials. She didn't offer empty platitudes or easy solutions. Instead, her silence was a sanctuary, a space where he could lay down his worries. Instead, she offered him understanding, a shared silence that spoke volumes. In those quiet moments, they found a connection that words could never fully capture. In her presence, the weight on his shoulders seemed a little lighter, the loneliness a little less profound. Her companionship was a balm to his weary soul. He had found a confidant, a friend, in the most unlikely of places. Their bond was a testament to the resilience of the spirit, a whisper of hope in the echoes of their past. Thanks for tuning in to Black X Wolf Entertainment. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest stories, tech insights and finance tips. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.
Hey there, welcome to Black X Wolf Entertainment, your ultimate destination for the best storytelling, cutting-edge tech insights, and savvy finance tips. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Black X Wolf Entertainment. Join us as we explore the realms of innovation and captivating stories together. Dawn in the Emerald Forest. The sun rose, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold. Dew clung to the emerald leaves, sparkling like scattered jewels. The air was crisp, alive with the songs of waking birds.
Another day begins, Luna.
The forest is beautiful this morning, Shadow. It feels alive.
Shadow, his coat as dark as night, rose from his slumber. Beside him, Luna, her white fur catching the first rays of the sun, yawned, her breath misting in the cool air.
We must ensure the safety of our pack, Luna. The forest depends on us.
The Emerald Forest was their home, a sprawling expanse of ancient trees and hidden streams. Generations of their pack had thrived under the forest's protective canopy. Shadow and Luna, the alpha pair, were the protectors of this legacy. They bore the weight of their pack's survival on their shoulders. Squirrels chased through the branches. A lone deer picked its way cautiously through the undergrowth. But today the peace was fragile, a delicate thread threatened by the shadows lurking on the edge of their world. Shadow and Luna were inseparable, their bond as strong as the ancient oaks that guarded the forest. Shadow, the larger of the two, was a formidable presence. His black fur seemed to absorb the light, his amber eyes burning with an inner fire. Luna, sleek and swift, moved with a quiet grace. Her white coat shone like moonlight, and her piercing blue eyes saw everything.
Luna, our differences make us stronger. Together we can face any challenge.
Yes, Shadow. Your strength and my diplomacy, we balance each other perfectly.
Their pups tumbled around them, learning the ways of the forest. The young ones watched, their eyes wide with admiration, as Shadow taught them to hunt, and Luna showed them the secret paths through the undergrowth.
Look, Luna, I found a new path through the bushes.
Well done, little one. You are learning quickly.
Their pack was their family, their responsibility. But the forest, their haven, was changing. A new danger lurked on the horizon, a threat that would test their bond and their courage like never before. The change came slowly at first, a subtle shift in the wind. The familiar scents of the forest, the musk of deer and the sweetness of wildflowers were tainted by something alien and harsh. It was the smell of smoke and oil, the metallic tang of something Shadow and Luna had only encountered at the very edge of their territory. One day, a deep rumbling shook the earth.
Luna, do you hear that? Something is terribly wrong.
Shadow and Luna raced to the edge of their territory, their hearts pounding with a growing sense of dread. There, through the trees, they saw it, a monstrous machine, spewing black smoke, tearing through the trees like some giant beast.
Shadow, it's a human machine. We must warn the pack.
Panic surged through the pack. The young ones whimpered, seeking comfort from their elders. The scent of fear, sharp and bitter, filled the air. This was no ordinary danger.
We have heard the stories, Luna. Our forest is in grave danger.
Shadow and Luna had heard whispers of their kind, stories passed down through generations. They knew what this meant. Their forest, their home, was in danger. The threat of the humans weighed heavily on Shadow and Luna's hearts. They knew they couldn't fight this battle alone. The humans were relentless, their hunger for land insatiable. If they were to stand a chance, they would need help, and that help could only come from their own kind. There were other packs scattered across the land, each guarding their own territory, packs with proud names and ancient lineages. The Silver Stream Pack, known for their cunning, the Whispering Pines Pack, renowned for their stealth.
We must call for unity, Luna. It's our only hope.
Shadow, his voice deep and resonant, let out a long, mournful howl that echoed through the silent trees. It was not a call of aggression, but a plea for unity, a beacon of hope in the face of impending darkness. He was calling a council, a gathering of the pack, something that hadn't been done in living memory.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. We must stand together, or we will fall alone.
The howl for unity carried through the forest, a call for help, a call for hope. Packs with proud names and ancient lineages. The Silver Stream Pack, known for their cunning. The Whispering Pines Pack, renowned for their stealth.
I raced through the undergrowth, my white fur a blur against the dark earth. I carried Shadow's message, a desperate plea for unity to the other packs.
The journey was long and perilous, fraught with the constant threat of danger. Luna crossed rushing rivers and navigated treacherous ravines, her resolve fueled by the urgency of their mission.
The response to her arrival was mixed. Some packs, sensing the imminent danger, listened with open hearts and pledged their support. Others, wary of change and suspicious of anything that threatened the established order, met her with hostility and doubt.
I stood before the pack of skeptical wolves, my head held high, my eyes filled with determination. I spoke with passion and conviction, my words echoing the urgency in my heart. I told them of the rumbling iron beasts, the stench of smoke and oil, the relentless advance of the humans.
One by one, drawn by Luna's desperate plea and the growing unease that rippled through the forest, the packs began to gather. Wolves of all sizes and colors, their coats a tapestry of the forest itself, converged on a moonlit clearing. There were murmurs of disbelief, the rustle of unease, the sharp sense of anxiety and anticipation hanging heavy in the air.
We are all children of the forest, and the forest is under attack. The humans, with their machines of iron and their hearts of greed, are coming to claim what is rightfully ours. They will tear down the trees, poison the rivers, and drive us from our homes.
Shadow's words struck a chord, igniting a spark of anger in the hearts of the assembled wolves. The packs, once rivals, now fought side by side, their movements a symphony of strength and grace. Old grudges were forgotten, replaced by a shared purpose. They were wolves, protectors of the forest, and they would fight to the death for their right to exist. The day of the confrontation dawned bright and clear, a cruel mockery of the impending battle. The air crackled with tension, the forest holding its breath in anticipation. The humans came in their machines, their faces grim, their eyes filled with a cold determination that made Shadow's blood run cold.
The first arrow flew, a silver streak against the blue sky, a declaration of war.
And then the forest erupted. Wolves surged from the undergrowth, their howls echoing through the trees, a symphony of rage and defiance. They were a tide of fur and teeth, a force of nature unleashed. The humans, caught off guard by the ferocity of the attack, fought back with desperate fury. Their machines roared, their weapons spitting fire, but the wolves were relentless. They swarmed the machines, their teeth tearing at tires and their bodies slamming against the metal. The air filled with the sounds of battle, the clash of metal, the snarls of wolves, the shouts of men. The battle raged for what felt like an eternity, but slowly the tide began to turn. The humans, overwhelmed by the sheer number and ferocity of the wolves, began to falter. Their machines, damaged and useless, lay silent amidst the carnage. Fear flickered in their eyes, replacing their arrogance with a primal terror they had never known. With a final roar of defeat, the remaining humans retreated, scrambling back towards their settlements, leaving behind them a trail of destruction and the stench of fear.
The victory came at a cost. Many brave wolves lay dead or dying on the battlefield, their sacrifices etched in the memory of the survivors. But they had won. They had protected their home.
As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the ravaged clearing, the surviving wolves gathered. They were a patchwork of packs, their fur matted with blood and dirt, but they stood together, united by their shared struggle. Shadow and Luna, their bodies scarred but their spirits unbroken, stood side by side, gazing out over the quiet forest. The setting sun cast their silhouettes against the horizon, their profiles etched with the weariness of battle and the quiet satisfaction of victory. They had faced the human threat head-on and emerged victorious. The forest, though scarred, would heal. The trees would grow tall again, the rivers would run clear, and the songs of the birds would once more fill the air.
Their pups, now orphaned, played at their feet, oblivious to the sacrifices that had been made to ensure their future. In their playful antics, Shadow and Luna saw the promise of a new dawn, a future where the pack stood united, their strength a shield against any threat.
The legacy of the Black Wolf and the White Wolf, the guardians of the Emerald Forest, would live on. Thanks for tuning into Black X Wolf Entertainment. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest stories, tech insights, and finance tips. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. Hey there, welcome to Black X Wolf Entertainment, your ultimate destination for the best storytelling, cutting-edge tech insights, and savvy finance tips. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Black X Wolf Entertainment. Join us as we explore the realms of innovation and captivating stories together. High above the world, nestled among towering peaks, lived the Golden Eagle. His nest, a fortress of woven branches, clung to the cliff edge. Below, a tapestry of forests and rivers stretched as far as the eye could see. This was his domain, a kingdom ruled from the sky. Each day began with the rising sun, painting the mountains in hues of gold and crimson. The eagle, with a piercing gaze, surveyed his domain. The eagle was a creature of immense power, his wings carrying him effortlessly on currents of air. His feathers, a mix of deep brown and gold, shimmered in the sunlight. He was a symbol of strength and wisdom, his keen eyes missing nothing. His days were spent soaring above the clouds, hunting with unmatched precision. He was the guardian of the mountains, his presence a comfort to the creatures below. But even in this paradise, a shadow lurked. A prophecy, whispered on the wind, spoke of an ancient darkness returning to the world. The eagle, burdened with this knowledge, knew his peaceful life would soon be over. The prophecy, passed down through generations of eagles, spoke of a time when darkness would threaten to consume the world. It told of a black wolf, its eyes burning with malice, who would rise to power. The wolf, a creature of cunning and cruelty, would bring with him a tide of shadows, threatening to extinguish the light. The eagle, feeling the weight of the prophecy, knew he had to prepare. He gathered his kin, their golden feathers gleaming in the sunlight. He shared the prophecy, his voice a low rumble echoing across the peaks. The younger eagles listened, their eyes wide with fear and determination. Among them was a young eagle, his feathers still tinged with the down of youth. His name was Talon, and he possessed a spirit as bright as the sun. Talon, eager to prove himself, vowed to stand by the golden eagle, to fight against the encroaching darkness. Far away in the deepest, darkest forest, the prophecy was coming true. The black wolf, his fur as dark as night, had awakened. His eyes, burning like embers, reflected an ancient evil. He gathered his pack, wolves with shadowed eyes and fangs bared in a snarl. The black wolf, driven by a thirst for power, began to spread his darkness. Forests, once teeming with life, withered under his gaze. Rivers, once sparkling with life, ran sluggish and cold. Terror gripped the hearts of the creatures, their world growing colder with each passing day. The golden eagle, sensing the growing darkness, knew the time had come. He gathered Talon and the bravest of his flock. Their wings beat in unison, a symphony of defiance against the encroaching night. They flew towards the darkness, ready to face the black wolf and his legion of shadows. The air grew heavy as the eagles approached the black wolf's domain. The forest below was shrouded in an unnatural gloom. The trees gnarled and twisted. A low growl echoed through the trees, sending shivers down the spines of the bravest eagles. The stench of decay hung heavy in the air. The black wolf emerged from the darkness, his eyes fixed on the golden eagle. "You cannot stop what has begun," he snarled, his voice dripping with malice. "The world will fall to darkness." The golden eagle, undeterred, spread his wings wide. "We will fight for the light," he declared, his voice ringing with power. "We will protect this world from your shadow." Talon, his young heart pounding with a mixture of fear and determination, prepared to fight alongside his leader. But the golden eagle, seeing the darkness reflected in the black wolf's eyes, knew a different path was needed. The golden eagle landed before the black wolf, his gaze unwavering. "There is another way," he said, his voice calm amidst the tension. "A way to end this conflict without further darkness." The black wolf laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "You speak of peace. I know only power." "True power," the golden eagle countered, "lies in understanding. Understand the light and you will see the folly of your darkness." He offered the black wolf a chance to see the world through his eyes, to feel the warmth of the sun and the joy of life. He offered him a chance to turn away from the darkness that consumed him. The black wolf hesitated, a flicker of doubt in his eyes. The darkness he had embraced for so long seemed to waver. Could there be another way, a path other than destruction? The black wolf, his heart heavy with the weight of his actions, finally looked upon the world through the golden eagle's eyes. He saw the beauty he had been blind to, felt the warmth he had denied himself. The darkness that had clung to him for so long began to recede. He turned to the golden eagle, his head bowed. "I have been a fool," he admitted. "I have allowed darkness to consume me." The golden eagle nodded, understanding in his eyes. It is never too late to choose a different path. And so the black wolf, guided by the golden eagle's wisdom, began to atone for his actions. He used his strength to heal the land he had wounded, his howl now a song of hope, not despair. The darkness that had threatened to engulf the world retreated, replaced by the warm glow of a new dawn. The prophecy, though foretelling darkness, had ultimately led to a greater understanding. It taught that even in the face of fear and hatred, compassion and understanding could pave the way to a brighter future. And so the golden eagle and the black wolf, once sworn enemies, became symbols of hope, a testament to the power of redemption and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Thanks for tuning in to Black X Wolf Entertainment. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest stories, tech insights and finance tips. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.